You are an award-winning flamenco dancer. Yes! You think American English isn't proper having studied in Her Majesty's land. You are a little messy. Oh my god, how did you know? Hey guys, welcome to my channel Tokyo Foodie Sarah. There are 3,000 plus subscribers on this channel now. Thank you all so much for your support and joining the Tokyo Foodie family. That being said, I know that some of you are still searching for Tokyo Foodie Sarah to reach my channel, so if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you are, because I swear that's easier than typing Tokyo Foodie Sarah every time, right? Anyway, I've asked you guys to send me in your assumptions about me here on the YouTube community page and also my Instagram story. I got way more replies than I expected, and reading them made me laugh so much. So thank you all so much for taking part, you guys are awesome. I did try to answer all of them, but I'm sorry if I missed out any of them. Yeah, let's get started. I feel like this is going to be a long one, so get your cup of coffee or a cup of matcha latte or tea or whatever, snacks, popcorn. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, let's start off with the first one. You got engaged. I guess the person is saying this because the other day I uploaded a video saying that I will be uploading YouTube videos once every week rather than two, and that's because something has been happening in my personal life, and I believe the person is referring the engagement to that, but yeah, no, it's not that. I wish it was, but unfortunately, no. Next, I thought you were a snobby person. At first when I saw this I got quite offended, but then the person followed up saying that that's what they initially thought about me, which means that they don't think I'm a snobby person anymore, so I guess that's good. Yeah, thanks. I thought you were a J-pop idol. No, I'm not a J-pop idol, I'm just a salary woman. Yeah. I thought you were already married. No, I wonder what made you think so. That's interesting. Your communication skills are top-notch and knowledge about Japanese food and culture is good. Oh, thank you. In terms of the communication skills, I wasn't really that confident. Like, let's say when it comes to giving presentations, I absolutely hated giving out presentations because I get so nervous and my voice starts shaking and I just like forget what I'm saying. So that's kind of the reason why I started this YouTube. I did want to like improve my communication, like the presentation skills. So I think hopefully it's getting better, yeah. And in terms of like the Japanese, culture, knowledge, food and culture? Yeah, I do still have a lot to learn and I feel like I'm still learning as I make these videos. Yeah. Next, you are so cute and beautiful. To be fair, I never really know how to react when someone compliments me, because in Japan, when someone compliments you, you should be like, oh no, I'm not beautiful, no, I'm ugly, kind of thing. Like, that's the right thing to do. But I feel like in the Western culture, people just accept the compliment and just say thank you. So I'm trying to do that, and it's nicer for the person who complimented you if I just accept what they said rather than be like, no, you're wrong, I'm ugly. So yeah, I'm trying to do that. Anyway, yeah, thank you. Next. The type of person who gives out the warm and cheerful vibe to people who start to know you. Yeah, I guess that's partially true. I mean, people tell me I'm friendly even though when I meet them for the first time, but I believe that I do give off more of that warm and cheerful vibe as I start to know that person better. You seem like someone who has a popular YouTube channel. I don't know, maybe I don't know you as a person. Indeed, you don't know me as a person. You are a coffee/tea addict. Oh no, someone noticed it! I mean, that's probably because I'm drinking some sort of tea or coffee in every single one of my videos. Yeah, that could be why. Assumption is the mother of all troubles. I hope not, but we're not even halfway through the video, so yeah, we'll see. I hope not though. You took your academics seriously and did well on your exams. To be fair, yes, true, I was one of those kids. So I did try to study a lot and I took part in a lot of extracurricular activities, and I was also the student rep, so yeah, I hope that explains things. You wish you could do YouTube full-time and quit your day job. Not quite. I mean, I do love being on YouTube and I really do respect all these YouTubers out there. However, I think it's a job that's heavily reliant on the YouTube terms and conditions. And also, I can't really imagine the 40-year-old Sarah being like,
"Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to my channel, Tokyo Foodie Sarah."
So, not for now, no, I'm not thinking about that, but that's my opinion now. Who knows, it might change in the future. I got a similar assumption to this one, so I'll read that now. You prefer to be sharing things you love on YouTube as a job than your salaried job. Yeah, I'll be honest, I do find it more fun, but you know, I'm doing YouTube as a hobby, and you do hobbies for fun, right? You work in the science field. I do have a background in science, but I don't work in the science field anymore. I don't work in the science field. To ensure success on team projects, you volunteer to do the most work. Partially true. I never really volunteer to do most of the work, but I somehow end up doing most of the work most of the time. You feel secondhand embarrassment for people when they make mistakes, haha. That's interesting. That's actually kind of true, because when someone when someone makes a mistake in front of me, I feel like I always say something to back them up so they don't feel that embarrassed. Yeah. That's interesting. You want to own a pet, but you can't because of your apartment building's rules. Yeah, I got a similar assumption about pets. So the other one was, if you had more space and time, you would have a pet. Both kind of true. I don't know about my apartment rules because I haven't really checked. But yeah, I would love to have a pet because I do love animals. But I do love traveling. I mean, I can't do that now because of obvious reasons. But yeah, you know, like, I love traveling and I don't really want to put my pets in a pet hotel. So that's the main reason why I don't get a pet. You have acquired a sarcastic sense of humor over the years since your time in the UK. I'm glad you think that I have a sarcastic sense of humor. Do I? Maybe, I mean, yeah, maybe, because I feel like back in high school I didn't say that much, like, sarcasm, I don't think. I mean, people from my high school might disagree with me, but that's what I think. You're the organized friend, always on time, always prepared. True, yeah. I'm always like 5 minutes early when I'm meeting someone, but then most of my friends are 10 minutes late, so I end up waiting for 15 minutes. Yeah, that happens most of the times. In terms of being prepared, I try to be, but when I go traveling, I end up forgetting at least one thing, so I'm not sure if you call that prepared. You think American English isn't proper, having studied in Her Majesty's land. Not true! I do prefer listening to British English because that's what I'm more used to, but I mean, American English is still English. Sarah is half Japanese, half Chinese. Oh my god, where did that actually come from? I'm fully Japanese. But now that you've mentioned that, I remembered that back in, I think, like, middle school, when I just came back from China, because I used to live there and I went back there every, like, summer and winter for, like, family holiday and also, like, to learn Chinese, people actually thought I was, like, Chinese, and people made fun of that. They were like, oh, Sarah is Chinese, kind of thing. Yeah, just reminded me of that. You only like Asian guys. Difficult one, because I do tend to be attracted to Asian guys more. Yeah, but I don't only like Asian guys. You are an award-winning flamenco dancer. Yes! No, I'm kidding. I've never danced flamenco before. But I am an award-winning hip-hop dancer, not just myself, like as a team. When I was back at university, we did get awarded quite a few times. But not flamenco, unfortunately. Nice guess though. You won't meet up with a follower for coffee or lunch. Yeah, I have to say that this is true. Not because I don't want to see you guys, obviously, but I just really don't want to create that, like, sense of unfairness. Let's say I meet up with some of you because we happen to be free at the same time, but let's say I don't get to meet some of you because of time clashes. I feel like that really creates a sense of unfairness, and I mean, I know you guys are all mature enough to not be like, oh Sarah, you met this person but you didn't meet me, kind of thing, but there will be a point where I won't be able to see all of you. Personally, if I want to see a YouTuber and I realize that he or she meets up with other people but they wouldn't, like, meet up with me, that would make me really, really sad. and I don't want to create that sort of feeling for any of you guys. Yeah, so unless it's like an official meetup, I don't think I would see any of you. I'm sorry about that. You are single. You've dated a Westerner. You are fluent in Chinese as you are in English. I wish. I was quite good back in maybe like middle school, high school, but I haven't really spoken Chinese for like 10 years now. So no, my level is going down for sure. I'm definitely not fluent. You have lots of British friends because of your accent and sense of humor. Oh, another sense of humor assumption, thank you. When I was living in the UK, I had more Asian friends than any other friends. I don't know where my accent came from. You are at least 100 centimeters tall. You have a face of a tall person. Face of a tall person. That's funny. I received two of the same assumptions actually. So one person said 170 centimeters and the other person said 5'7", which I guess is around about the same. Actually no, I'm 164 centimeters, which is about 5'4". Yeah, so a bit shorter than your assumptions. The average height for a Japanese woman is 158, so I'm just a little above average. Okay, next. You've never visited the US, brackets, but I know you studied in the UK. I have been to the US, probably 3 times, twice when I was young, like when I was 10 or 11 or 12 or something like that, and once when I was at university. Your favorite food is soba. Kind of, yeah. I don't really have an absolute favorite food, but soba is definitely one of my favorite foods. You secretly prefer instant coffee over matcha. Ooh. Oh, instant coffee though. If I had to compare instant coffee and matcha, matcha wins in my books. But normal coffee and matcha, let's not go there because I feel like no one's gonna be happy. You have a dry sense of humor and make the best dad jokes. I had to actually look up what dry sense of humor actually is, and here's what I found. Dry humor meaning. It is a form of humor where a person often says funny things with a serious, calm expression. They do not smile and neither do they laugh or make silly faces. If that's the definition of dry humor, I don't think I have a sense of dry humor, because I can never really keep up a straight face when I'm trying to say a joke. I always end up like, kind of like giggling or smiling because I find it funny myself. But the dad joke bit, I don't know how you guessed this, but this is so true. People tell me I say like the lamest, is that a word? Most lamest dad joke ever. I was once with my best friend Rie and someone else, and I think I met that someone else for the first time, and I said a really lame joke that I can't even remember, and Rie, to the friend, she was like, oh yeah, don't worry, Sarah's always like this. She always makes like the lame dad jokes, but it's best for her not to respond because, you know, that would make everyone happy. Rie's so savage, I love her. But yeah, I do make dad jokes all the time. In Japanese though, I'm not sure about English. Do I? I don't think I do. Actually, you are a man and an AI speaks on your behalf. You prefer Japanese food over other cuisine. Ooh, I just love food. But then, if you tell me I can only have one cuisine for the rest of my life, it would definitely be Japanese food. So, yeah, maybe. I think you were a shy kid. I wasn't until I moved to China and started going to an international school. I was kind of like, I guess I was loud and I spoke a lot at school. But yeah, once I moved into an international school, I didn't really understand what was going on, so I became that really shy kid. And then as my English started to get better and I knew what was happening, I think I got a bit louder. You are not religious. True, majority of the Japanese people are non-religious. When you have to laugh really hard, you make little grunt noises. I hope I don't. You are a little messy. Oh my god, how did you know? When I'm outside or when I'm at the office, I try to keep everything tidy and like my office desk is like spotless. However, when I'm at home or when I'm on my own, I tend to be quite messy. Yeah, my room is by default messy. You are stubborn. Ooh, kind of. it depends on the scene. Like when it comes to work, or maybe when I'm doing something for YouTube, I guess I don't really like to change my mind. However, there's a lot of things in life that I'm not stubborn about. You might be surprised, but let's say when I suggest pasta for dinner and you suggest me something else, like some other cuisine or dish or restaurant or anything, I would most probably be okay with it. So it really depends. I assume you don't listen to heavy metal. True, I don't think I ever do. I assume you were a very serious student at school and got high grades. Yes, as mentioned before. I assume you now prefer socializing with foreigners over Japanese people because of the more relaxed social rules and etiquette when speaking English. Brackets. A lot of my Japanese friends have described this feeling. Not necessarily for me, because it's true that you do need to worry about social rules and etiquette, but I feel like that's the same regardless of who you talk to. I guess when it comes to business scenes, yes, you do have to care a lot more things in Japan, but when you're just talking to your friends, I feel like it's not that much of a big deal. Personally, I feel like when I'm talking to a non-Japanese people, there's a higher possibility of me possibly offending their culture or saying something offensive in their country, or make any sort of like racist comments without even noticing. But then when I'm speaking to a Japanese person, there's a less possibility of that happening. So I feel like I can relax more when I'm speaking to Japanese people. You sat by the window at the back of the classroom as a high school student and pounded life beyond what you could see out the window. No. Your subtle sarcastic humor, whilst not normally a Japanese character trait, was woken up by living abroad. Yeah, so as I said, I believe so, maybe. I don't think I had that sense of sarcasm before I went to the UK. You have a secret identity and the salary woman thing is a front. A secret identity? Yeah, my salary woman thing, I guess, is a front because that's what I do 80% of my time. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. Jokes aside, congrats on 3k subs. Let's get to 5k. Woo! Thank you for sharing your adventures with us. Oh, thank you! If I ever get to 5,000 subs, I might do a live stream. I hope. Yeah, we'll see. Oh, I still had a bit more left. So I also got these, which are more like questions rather than assumptions, but I thought I'd still answer them. Do you like Coco's curry? Ooh, I've only been there once. Yeah, it's definitely nice, but I feel like it's something you can definitely make at home. I also heard that if you start adding a lot of toppings, it becomes kind of expensive. So if I'm spending that much money, then I'd rather get like an authentic Indian curry. Yeah. Is Japanese your first or second language? And how many languages can you speak fluently? Japanese is my first language, and English is my second, then Chinese is my third, and I can only speak English and Japanese fluently. Chinese isn't as fluent, like I said before. It's just like a conversational level. Yeah, these were all the assumptions about me and also a bit of the questions. Some of them surprised me a lot. It was a lot of fun to read all these comments and actually like react to them. So yeah, again, thank you all so much for taking part. You guys are really awesome. That's it for today. I'm sure this video was a long one, but thank you all so much for watching till the end. If you liked this video, please don't forget that, because it really supports my channel. And yeah, as I said, please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Bye! Here on the YouTube community... Here on the YouTube No. The clock ticking sound is so loud. It is a form of humor where a person often says funny things without